Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Alrighty now. Sometimes you got to let people in. They just beg you and beg you and beg you. Then you say, okay, come and hang out. We got Kim Kardashian in the neighborhood. Kim, welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome back to the neighborhood. Pleasure to see you. Now, how are you doing, my love?
I'm doing really good.
Go ahead now. We're in season 15. Season 15 is going down.
15.
Oh, wow.
Did you think when you had season 1 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that this phenomenon would be 15 seasons?
Absolutely not. You know what I just found out this year? I found out because our show, when it first started, we started filming really quickly, and it just was on the air so quick. And we were like, wow, that was so easy. And I just found out this year that we were a filler because Lindsay Lohan was supposed to have a show, and for some reason it didn't happen. And so they were like, okay, hurry, we got to fill it.
Get something in here.
Yeah, and we were the filler.
Man,
that won't go away.
But y'all, So do you still enjoy Keeping Up with the Kardashians this many years later? Yeah.
You know, they gave us, we have a month off, and then we start filming season 16.
Yeah.
And that month, that time off, I realized, when we're gone, we really miss it.
Do you feel like it brings
hang out as much?
Does it bring the family closer together?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have to film all day. We just have to be in town. We have to be available, hang out. I mean, we really do. We're obsessed with each other anyway in a sick way. So like more than normal. But when we're apart, we love to be together.
Do you ever watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
We do. Like, I'm gonna watch the premiere.
Is the premiere with you and Courtney?
Yeah.
I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was going on there?
That's what I'm kind of like at home sometimes. I don't really fight with any of my friends, but when it comes to family and they just test me, I can't control myself.
Damn, you on that one. It looked like you got it off. You know,
she deserved it.
But you know what I love about you, and we spoke about.
I get all mad like all over.
You look like you're getting mad all over.
Yeah, she was like, she deserved it, big. Like, were you there? All right. But when you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians or just being around, you guys could tell that it's real family though. It's not like this dysfunction when y'all throwing water in each other's faces and they got to separate you ladies from on the floor. So if you pop off,
that's like once every 5 seasons.
Right. Now, do you pop off once every 5 seasons because it's in the contract? Or
Absolutely
was that
not.
okay? I'll be
there is nothing in the contract. I'm just saying, like, our personalities, we don't really go crazy like that. But I think honestly, when you have kids and you have so much going on, if anything disrupts your plans, like I was just trying to plan our family Christmas photo shoot. And everyone had their schedules, and I just like lost it on Courtney because I'm like, wait, you actually have nothing to do today, and I actually have like 2 serious important meetings, and we're trying to work around your schedule. This is around like, let's focus and like be a team player here. And if I didn't do these meetings, you'll see. I'm getting that all over again.
Yeah, you had me in it too, man. Let me ask you this, Kim. Has there ever been a fist fight?
I think I tried to hit someone before, for sure. I tried to hit Chloe with a purse a long time ago, and I missed.
I wish you would hit me with your purse.
Loser.
Oh my gosh.
I keep that damn thing. I'm like, was that $1 million?
It's like a pinata.
Yeah. Just money just fall all over the place. Y'all stick around, y'all radios, man. Season 15 is going down, man, and it's 15 seasons later. And do you watch any of the old episodes? Like,
those are the best.
It's on all the time.
They are.
When those come out, I mean, just to see our transformations from our hair and our makeup and our clothes. I mean, my brother was watching it last week and was like, oh, wait, we have these like memories and we all group chat and text about it. And I'm like, we were so fun, or like a season could be really dark or a season could be really sad. And
you just, like, if it's on, you just pop in and be like, oh, I remember this time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly, I can't wait for when my kids grow up and they're like, Mom, what did you do in your 20s or whatever? And I'll just show them.
Like, here it is right here.
Yeah.
Season 15. And you guys are working on season 16 as well, or?
In a month. We'll start next month.
So what do you do? Do you get a chance to kind of relax and do the family thing if you get a so-called 30 days off? But there's no days off.
No, there is. I mean, during the summers, Kris Jenner and Courtney definitely plan to be on vacation for like way too long.
Okay,
They're
way
always,
too long.
Yeah. I like
That was
being
almost a
at
little
home.
shade too, though.
No, we always shade each other.
Okay,
Everyone
okay,
knows.
okay.
Everyone knows. They're always on. Chloe and I joke about this all the time that Courtney is forever on vacation.
Right, yeah.
Like
She really
forever
is, though.
on vacation.
She take great vacations, too.
I wanna go with her.
Yeah, she take
She
great
does.
vacations.
She does.
Is there anything, Kim, that's been on Keeping Up with the Kardashians that's aired that you like, man, like I wish that didn't air? Because you get hella used to the cameras being around, especially now.
Yeah, it's more like embarrassing things or maybe embarrassing people or stuff like that. You know, that you're just like, oh, why was I in that relationship? Why did I show that? Or what, you know, stuff like that. But it happens, so I don't really have any regrets.
It's got to be crazy to have your life. Like, we watch your life.
Your life.
And I mean, we've
Yeah.
watched everything. And
Yeah.
you don't, it seemed like you guys don't, like, if it, like, it's the realest reality show if that's out there because you've put it all out. You know,
We kinda made
Caitlyn,
that pact
the
with each
robbery.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
The
But even
kids.
if like it's not like, you know, if we're not obviously filming at a time when something goes down, we film every aftermath. We film everything about it. We open up about anything and everything that we're going to. I think it's almost like therapeutic for us. And we're always just super open. That was a promise that we said, guys, if we're going to do this, let's do it. And let's be open.
Why do you think people are so intrigued with the Kardashians' life?
I think just because like we are super real, but we also just there's so many of us that someone's gonna relate to someone.
Right.
You know, what someone's going through.
Have you guys ever jumped another girl or another family? Because blacks, we have like family fights growing up. You know what I'm saying? Black, y'all have family fights. Have you ever had like a family fight, like where you fought another family?
No.
No. When was your
No.
last fist fight, Kim?
I don't fight.
Oh, I
I
love
kind
it.
of run.
I heard
Like,
that.
I run. If
I heard
there's
that.
something's going down, I literally will say, I'm out.
Yes. Peace. 2 fingers. Kim, how important is social media to you? How many followers do you have? 100 what?
I think
That's on
115
Instagram.
million on Instagram.
Oh, you too.
my
You too.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All righty. So
Yeah.
we're in the same thing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's super
115
important.
million.
Yeah.
So many.
You
Yeah.
could change
It's crazy.
the world. And if you put out something on Instagram that said, hey, go slap everybody that look like Big Boy. Everybody be slapped.
Yeah.
Like,
Be the new challenge.
But you said, yeah, the new challenge, slap Big Boy. Hashtag slap Big Boy.
We should start that.
No, don't do
I'm
that.
joking.
No, go hashtag listen to Big Boy.
She like that
I
idea.
need you to get my followers up. You know what I'm saying? I need that M. The whole world changed when you get that M. You got 115 M's or how many followers
Yeah.
you have?
115.
115 M's.
Man.
Yeah.
And you say
engaged.
social media is very important to you. Explain.
It is very important. You can definitely get your message out there. You can have fun. You can share your life. You can make it what you want to make it. I mean, through social media, I was able to connect with the woman, Alice Johnson, that was in prison and
Yes.
see her story. If social media didn't exist, I never would have seen her story.
Why was the
And been
Alex
able to-
Johnson, why was that so important to you to be a part of someone being incarcerated like that? And what I felt wasn't unjust. Like, and so many things that you could put your brand on or so many things you could ignore. Why
It's
did that one?
crazy because everyone tries to get you to be involved in their organization.
Right.
And people write you all the time, and some things connect and some things don't connect. And I think, you know, it's taken me a while. You know, I've been involved in a lot of things more privately, but when you just see something that's like basically a humanitarian issue, not even a political issue to me, I was just like, if I can help this woman, I would love to help her. Let's see what we can do.
What did
And-
she say to you when she came home?
Oh, she's so grateful. I mean, she really, really is so grateful. And I went over to her house and we had our moment, and she's just so thankful. Her whole family is.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I hope there's gonna, you know, Alice was just the start, and I hope that some real bills and a lot of movement is gonna happen over there.
So will you continue that work, Kim?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes, I have been. It's been nonstop. I'm going to a men's prison next week. I visited a women's prison a few weeks ago because I personally, honestly, don't have a connection to anyone
Right.
in prison. And I wanted to really go there for myself and see what it was like. And I'm I want to help out.
Well, if you do walk into one of these facilities and you see a Sean Mitchell,
Stop it.
that's a dear friend of mine. Can you bring him home with you? Sean, I'll write it down because the way it's spelled, it's not SEAN or. But yeah, I don't want to put nothing too hard on
You
your plate.
wouldn't
But
be surprised.
I can imagine.
The amounts of emails.
I can
and
imagine.
things. Yeah.
Man.
How was that experience walking into that women's prison?
It was amazing. I mean, there was one moment where it's just when I was leaving, they were all banging on the windows like, Kim's here to get us out. Kim, Kim, Kim. And I was like, oh, I wish
I could.
I wish I could. Yeah. So it was honestly I sat in a room with maybe 15 women who had all been in for murder.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought that I would really connect with people that have really taken someone's life.
Right.
After hearing their stories and what they had been through, I was so sympathetic, and some of their sentencing was really unfair, especially if you heard their backgrounds and their history of what got them to where they are now. It literally broke my heart.
Did you feel a certain way with like how some people were so upset that it was Kim Kardashian that did that?
I saw that and I'm like, hey, I can't really focus on that. There's
Right.
so many haters on social media. I'm
Do
like,
you read
you're
comments?
not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. And especially on this level.
Yeah, like if I look, and I've said this from the start, I may not agree with all of the president's policies, but if that is the one man that can make these decisions and get people out, you better believe I don't care about my reputation. I don't care about comments. I don't care about what anyone's going to say. I'll be focused. I'll go in and I'll get the job done. And it was successful, and we did. And so I wish other people felt that way too, because so much more would happen. No matter what president it is, I will be going there. And I will try
So,
to.
and it wasn't like it was the Donald Trump invitation and you were going and it was like, oh, me and Trump doing it. It was like, this is a Kim Kardashian. I'm feeling this. And
Absolutely.
this is what I'm going to go do.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm very happy for, and grateful for what the president did for me. And I hope to continue that relationship. And I do see so many more things happening in the right direction in this area. And that makes me happy.
I heard that. Do you read any of the comments?
I do.
Oh, that was a dumbass question.
Right.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, man. That was really a dumb question because you just did a hell of a clapback,
Yeah,
too.
she did.
Like, oh, man. You can tell that
I love when
there's
she
a
claps
lot of
back.
gangster in you, though. And you seem
And
like
it's
you
so
suppressed
crazy.
the
People
gangster,
always
though.
think it's like Kanye taking my phone. That's the thing that annoys me the most. I'm like,
They think
he's
Kanye
in
do the
Italy
clapback? Yeah.
and not even paying it. He has no clue. He's in Italy, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is how I feel.
When Tyson Beckford, when he put out that tweet or whatever, did that come from nowhere when you saw that?
Yeah, I was working and I saw that and I'm like, really, dude? Like, you're gonna body shame me? Like, okay, sis.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna body shame me?
And it says, sorry, I don't care for her personally. And then it says, she's not real. Doctor effed up on her right hip. And you're in a walking position.
And I'm
so
walking.
I'm like,
so
all right.
I'd be afraid if my hip wasn't moving.
And then you then you clap back and says, sis, we all know why you don't care for it.
She said, sis.
It's like,
Yeah.
I even hate to even talk about him, honestly, because I feel like it's such a female thing to do, to be hating on another female just for what? It's so lame to me. And then just
Did you think about before the clap back though? Were you thinking like,
no.
Oh, you went immediately, huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
I curse a lot.
What's your favorite one?
Fuck.
All right. So were you like, man, fuck this?
Yeah, I was like, fuck you, dude.
I love how you put a dude on it.
Oh, when I get mad, I say dude.
Right. Fuck you, dude.
When I'm annoyed, the dude comes out.
Really though. So if we
But-
hear you say dude, then we know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
just like, and I'm not mad when I say dude. I'm just like, whatever, dude.
Right.
Like you just annoy me.
Like, how did you feel like when they said?
But I hate even because he just keeps on going and going, and that's the thing is when I choose to clap back, it's like I don't do it to people that I know are just looking for the come up and just looking to clout chase. Like that is the most annoying thing. So I see things all the time when I want to say something so badly, and I'll be like, I'll end you.
Right.
But then it'll just continue so much more.
Mic drop.
It'll just keep on going and keep on going, and I'm like, that's all they want.
Yeah.
So with this, people were sending me stuff on his page that he like keeps on going and going and going. And like, I'm just like, dude, that's so female lame to me. It's just lame to me. And for anyone to say that I am homophobic
Right.
for the comment of saying cis, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm the least. All my best friends are gay. I support the community. I love the community. They love me. Like, that has nothing to do with this.
That was just a clapback.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian-West. How did you and Kanye meet?
How did we meet? Okay, so he was doing a show with Jimmy Kimmel with these like Muppets, like these puppets, this puppet show.
Was that the Crank Yankers or was that
Something-
the
it was by the
like
same
the phone
people.
thing? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
No, but it was like by the same people. And so I just did Jimmy Kimmel the other night, and he mentioned this to me, and I was like, well, you know, this is how we met, like doing the pilot. And so Jimmy said to
I
me,
know
like,
this story.
Kanye was adamant about me being the actress on the show. And so I was like, okay. And we were joking. I was like, he for sure got my number off the like call sheet.
Right. But this
We
show
hung
didn't
out.
go, right?
No, it
Okay,
didn't.
I know
It
this.
didn't.
Okay, go
yeah,
ahead
yeah,
now.
Yeah. And so we did it, and he jokes that he made this pilot to invite me and get me to come on, and we connected then.
But were you thinking like,
Not
did
for
you
a
take
while
him?
later.
Did you take him serious? Like, that's Kanye.
I was really intrigued, and I was really into him, and then I was like, you know what? He's probably just like all over the place, and you know, and so I was in a relationship, and so it didn't really go down. And then a few years later, we had always kind of stayed in contact though.
Right.
And timing is everything.
Hell
It's
yeah.
so the truth. Like,
Now-
timing is everything.
When at any point did you think like, man, when you would see a Kanye, like, I'm going to marry that guy? Like, is that crazy to you?
Right
Because
at
I think
the- no,
Kanye
right
knew
at-
he was going to marry Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
mine.
no, I mean, we like connected like that. At the beginning, I did. And then I was like, okay, no, I'm over this. And then I was like, oh my God, why did I not do this sooner? Like when we finally connected.
And you got to know the spirit and the soul and the person.
And I was like, I was so mad that I hadn't given it a shot sooner.
Was it around when Courtney and Kim take New York when he started popping in the show?
Yes.
When I started seeing that, like I could tell. I was like, oh my God, they're perfect for each other.
So-
it was like the cutest thing to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, when he came to our store.
I remember that.
And then that night was the night I actually met Chris Humphries.
oh, wow.
And then went that direction. Because I still thought like, oh, Kanye's like
Yeah.
smooth. He has all these girls. I'm not like, I'm not trying to be a part of that. But like everyone around, like we were filming my show. So our whole producers, everyone was like, wait, they're so into each other. Look at this
so cute.
flirting. Look at this.
It was so cute.
People watching the monitor like, something's going to happen here.
Yeah, no, totally. And then, I fucked up.
Right,
and
right.
went a different direction and realized that I fucked up pretty soon. And then what was crazy was, I've never told this story before. So I get a call when I'm on my honeymoon to present at the VMAs. And I was like, sure. And then I was like, oh, honey, let's go home early. Like, we don't need to be in Italy. So I was like, let me go home and do the VMAs. I really wanted to do it. So I'm presenting an award. And the award was Kanye was nominated. So I see him backstage. We end up both at the Soho House, and he sat at my table. And he was with his best friend. I was with my best friends. Nothing like that. And I had my big ring on because I was married. So I'm like talking with my ring, and I talk with my hands a lot. So I'm talking, and I just see him looking at my ring, and his face would just like get heartbroken. So I sat on my hand for the rest of the dinner.
I know
and
that ring
spoke
was-
like this with one hand.
That ring was probably happy as hell when you sat on that ring, too. that ring was like, oh,
hey.
shit, this is paradise.
Making another diamond.
Hell yeah. That ring was like, oh, Lord have mercy. I love it back here. So you caught on to that,
I
too.
caught on to that, yeah. And then it we look back now, and I guess him and his best friend had a convo and was like, dude, like we're at a restaurant together. Like she just got married 2 weeks ago. Nothing went down.
Right.
Nothing happened. But then I went to New York and started filming, and I was like, you're right. I'm miserable. I made the wrong decision. And so I waited, and then 6 months after, Kanye reached out. And I was like, I know you're going to say I told you so, right? And then he was like, no, I'm doing, Watch the Throne. Why don't you come to one of my concerts? And his joke now is, I did a whole album and a whole tour just to get you.
I create a whole pilot to meet you. I do a whole album and a tour to bring you back around me. What is Kanye like at the house?
Super chill. Like, he loves TV shows, so he gets into his shows.
Y'all did great on Family Feud, too.
Oh, thank
was
you.
fun.
Yeah, y'all
Thank
did
you.
that. Y'all
Thank
lost,
you.
but y'all came back and
Yeah.
did the damn thing. You know?
Yeah.
I was hoping y'all did that. So he's just super chill at the house?
Super chill, hanging around with the kids. Like, house is so chill. Like, you would never, like, probably what you think of Kanye and Kanye at home is totally different.
What shows is he watching right now?
See, we don't vibe with our shows. He
Oh,
watches
okay.
like Wes Anderson movies, like Isle of Dogs, and he just watches these, crazier shows. So I'm like, look, I'm into Handmaid's Tale right now.
Right.
You're on my thing.
Does he watch
Or-
Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
I mean, yeah, if it's on.
Okay, so it's not like he got a DVR and like, oh, shh.
Well, we do. Yeah, no, he's not like that. But yeah, but we watch it.
Do you when you
watch
come to Kanye, do you get upset with him when there's certain things where you're like, oh, come on now, baby, like what the F?
Totally.
Right.
I do. And I keep that,
How do you tell him to slow down or stop? Because my wife, my wife know how to tell me, like, and she, like, I was going through something one time, and it was when I left the other station and so on and so forth, and it was some, just some heartfelt stuff I was putting on, and she came in, and Veronica, she said, baby, stop. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right,
like,
then.
oh, you're like a punk, man up, But how do you tell him, like, either stop or you're doing too much, or do you just kind of let Kanye be Kanye?
Sometimes it's with tears, and sometimes it's just like, stop.
And does he
Stop.
listen?
He does, and then we'll like really talk it through seriously and get through it.
When Kanye went to TMZ Live and with the slavery was a choice, did you know then, like, okay, I think this is going to be a lot, Kanye?
I didn't know he was doing that. I think
You
had
woke
I
up, he was
known-
gone. You're like,
Well, I had work really early. I had a 5 a.m. call time. I was doing this new show, and he had done that, and I think that was like at 7 or 8. So I was gone out of the house before, and I didn't see that. I didn't know that that's what he was doing. I know him, and I know he's like great one-on-one or with a smaller group of people.
I know that.
When it's a lot of people and they're all coming at him, I know that that's probably not the best setting for him. And maybe like he was ramping up a little bit and getting, I just know him, and that probably wasn't the best setting for him. So I got a call when I was filming, like, hey, TMZ's getting a little out of hand, and I was just like, oh my God. But I think I know him, and I think like all of his fans know him, and they always know what he means to say. I think if you really listen to what he's saying, that's, you'll understand it, and you'll understand what he means to say. And, I also will really heavily talk him through. If I don't agree with something that he says, I'll heavily talk him through that, and we'll get like a focus group and, talk him through maybe the right way to say something. And, but at the end of the day, if he feels a way about something and I feel a way about something, I'm not going to, like, no matter what the subject is. I'm not talking about the slavery comment, but two people in a household could think completely different things, can have complete different political views. Like, I do believe in coexisting with different views. But I do believe that I just get frustrated sometimes because I know the way he communicates, not everybody understands it. And then the media picks it up crazy. And like, that's not even what he meant. And it was like, just so crazy.
did you feel bad for him or sorry for him? Or
Oh, I felt so bad for
Right.
him. I felt so bad for him because I didn't want, but I was also now, after he did all the albums and he, came on top and his album went #1, like, I was so proud of him.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the music or just winning again. You know what I'm saying? Just because even with my relationship with Ye, I had people that kept asking me things. And my thing is this, the same way you have your household, it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to protect, like even with my brother, I'm going to protect my brother first.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have the real or whatever, another conversation or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw my brother out
Absolutely.
there. You know, and like my brother Mouse I'm speaking of. So when it was like with Kanye, we had dialogue, and that was good enough for me. As opposed to come in, because I don't come in all the time, hey, I talked to Kanye, and this is what he...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if
we'll
I
have our
agree,
private
disagree with it,
talks, And we'll hash it out at home as like
Look, I'm trying to make it seem
family.
like me and you on the same level with your husband. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like battle her and Kanye, like who's more Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian-West. Why did you make sure that you had West? Like the brand of Kardashian. I would have been like, man, I'm not taking no. I would have changed my name to Kardashian. Like my real name, Kim, is Kurt. I swear to God, if I would have got one of you ladies, I would be Kurt Kardashian. And I'd be one of the laziest Kardashians that you guys know. Like, I won't do nothing. You know, like, why was it important for you to have West?
Because my kids have the last name West.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted them to feel like we all had the same last name. I kept Kardashian. I mean, it's Kardashian-West.
Kim Kardashian-West.
And I think that kind of evolved into a new, like, era for me. But yeah, I wanted my kids just to feel like we had the same last name. But North is real quick to call me out. Like, we'll be somewhere and she'll, like, we're in a bathroom and she'll just scream out loud, Kim Kardashian's in here.
No.
She calls me
starts a
out
frenzy.
everywhere I go.
Let me tell you, there was one I saw when y'all were walking. She like, no pictures. No
Oh my
pictures.
God, that's the best video.
Does North know who her mom is? Like how famous her mom is?
You know, I took her to BeautyCon with me, maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And we were in the bathroom afterwards. And first of all, I said to her, so what do you think? This is the first work thing you came to me with. What do you think? Like, you know, were you proud of me? Did I do good? She's like, no, you didn't do good. And I said, listen, you're going to have, she's like, this is so boring. And I'm like, listen, you're going to have to be my hype man.
Yeah,
you know,
like come on now.
Like, I support you. I went to your fashion show. She walked down this fashion show. And, you know, she had to speak and read off of a thing, but she can't read. And they let her in the class early. So she just dropped the mic and walked off at the end. And it was such a cute moment, but she wasn't able to say everything. So she goes, I go, but you did so good at your fashion show. I hyped you up. Like, you know, we're supposed to be there for each other. And she was like, well, you lied to me because I did so bad. I didn't even read anything and I walked off. So you're lying to me.
Damn, she is
And I'm
sharp.
like, you are Kanye. You know, like they're twins.
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, is she more you or is she more Kanye?
100% Kanye.
Wow.
But we went in the bathroom afterwards and, you know, it was her first work thing. She came to me and she goes, Mom, why are you famous? And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm going to have to explain this. And I'm like, we have a TV show. We have a TV show. And she was like, oh, okay. And, you know, that was the first time when she was like, oh.
Do you think North has more money than us? like her own.
I think her laugh explained it.
like real talk. Like
what a question.
North is good. But
she's cold on her nose too, because there's times I'm like, North, hit me off with $20. She's like, stop it.
She does that.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? What does family mean to Kim Kardashian?
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I mean, the whole world could be literally just attacking us, and we have each other, and we are good. And
that's where y'all find that strength at?
Absolutely. I
And
mean, we've been through everything. And we have each other, and we're going to always be okay.
how do y'all remain that strong? Is it just each one, like when I'm weak, you pick me up when?
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone.
Right.
And there's definitely stronger ones out of our family, but then we know that, and so we'll like go to protect the other siblings that might have a harder time if they're facing criticism in the media or. You know, I think I've always said, like, I'm made for this. Like, you can say anything and everything.
Kim, does it hurt you more if it's at you, or does it hurt you more if it's at one of your siblings?
One of my siblings. Like, sometimes we all, like, will be on our group chat, like, do I say something? Do you need my help? Do you need backup? Like, you know, should I go in? You know, we will have that conversation, you know, just to protect each other. But I feel like I can handle it. Like, I swear, right after my robbery, we all got on the phone, like all the siblings, to just kind of like let them know I'm okay and everything. And the first thing I said to them, I was like, thank God this was me.
Right.
Because none of you guys would be fucked up for life. If this happened to you, like
because it hit you extremely hard, But if it had hit someone else, it would have been, you say, even worse.
Yeah, I think like their emotional just life afterwards would be different. And I know like I'll go through it, let me deal with it, and I'll be okay.
How do you bounce back from something that's so traumatic? I mean, to be in a position where someone come in and you don't know if you're going to live or if you're going to die.
Yeah.
You know, how do you recover from that? And not how long, but you got to be afraid of going back out in public.
I was afraid of everything.
Your first trip back to Paris.
Yeah, I actually wasn't as scared about that.
Okay.
Like I know like, okay, there's no chance of anything like happening again and you know, but I mean, my life afterwards, I'd say for about a year, I was afraid to go to a restaurant. I was afraid someone was going to see where I was at and then be like, okay, she's, you know, and there's social media everywhere. So if they take a picture, she's here. So maybe her kids are alone or maybe this, and maybe we can go rob her house because she's here. I mean, every last thought would always go through my mind if I was out. I mean, I'd be in the shower sometimes and I'd see my towel or like a robe hanging and I would like literally drop to the floor because I like thought someone was like in the room or things like that where I would get really skittish and scared of things. But it's gone. You know, I like to go through it. I met with Tony Robbins, who was really positive and helped me through a lot of things. Talked to a therapist a little bit. I'm not the biggest fan of therapy, but I did it just to be, I feel
cover
like
all bases,
responsible. And I got through it.
When you were there in Paris, I haven't seen like interviews or anything. You probably covered this, but were you thinking at that moment, like, were you thinking death or what?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do
you think about your kids? Do you think about?
That's like everything was like just flashing before your eyes. And then I knew I was sharing this apartment with my sister. And so I was just like, I said a prayer, like I pray when she comes in the room and sees me, you know, laid out here, she will be able to live a normal life after this. Like everything goes through your head. Everything, you know?
I remember just when it hit publicly, you know, and when people was like, oh, it was set up, I'm like, really? Like, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy what people think now. And that's why I even say publicly, Kim, like, I don't know how you guys deal with it. How do you go through dealing with so many personal things publicly? Like marriage. How do you get through that publicly with everybody having a comment?
Well, I think honestly, like having our family dinners, I think having other people around and we can discuss it and we can all talk about it no matter like Kanye, when he's going through things like the night of TMZ, all of it, were you there? A bunch of people came over like.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
no.
You know, Dave Chappelle and Talib, you know, all these people were like at the house and just like talking it through and focus groups basically, like getting us through it. And, you know, that's how like Kanye deals with things. With me, it's more like my family, we're all around talking about it. And I mean, at the end of the day, what you got to realize is it's such a crazy news cycle. Everything like goes away within a week.
Yeah.
Like
that's what we say here today, gone tonight sometimes. You got, remember? Because everything now is like this. And one come in and it kind of moves another one out the way.
I mean, it's tough because like everything's cancel culture, you know, and it's like it's so ridiculous. I mean, obviously, if it's like something really serious and warranted, like, you know, but it's a crazy time in social media.
How do you keep certain things out of social media? Like even with Kylie's baby.
Yeah.
How do you keep that out of social media when everybody is around you guys all the time?
You know what? The one thing that I've learned in the past few years, I'm such a different person than I was a few years ago in privacy. Everything. I used to have everything out there. Like I didn't care. Everything was out there. Now, I mean, I do live also a really private life. Like, you know, we obviously have like learned we have really good people around us. Like no one knew about, you know, Caitlyn for a while. No one knew about Kylie for a while. Like I respect people's journeys, and that was the way Kylie wanted to do it. That was the way Caitlyn wanted to do it. So it's their journey.
Have you had any of those, Kim, where you like, wait till this comes out? Is Caitlyn a wait till this comes out? Is Kylie a wait?
I was on like pins and needles for Caitlyn because I just wanted everyone to accept her, and I didn't know what the world was gonna think or say. And so my heart was like literally in tears, like all the time, just waiting for this to come out or to go away, or just like the mean press or people speculating. Like that was really, really hard. Kylie, I was so excited when people were to find out that the three of us were having babies within
How
a few
dope was
months
that?
of each other. That was like, oh my, and most of our crew didn't know for a while. And then when Chloe broke the news that she was pregnant, we got on a FaceTime and I had my mic on and I forgot. And me, Kylie, and Chloe were in the corner like, the three of us, this is crazy. And Kylie was crying and then the crew was like, wait, what? What did we just hear?
Are we using this? Are we using this? Is this a go? So but I guess the crew got to be under like a lot of non-disclosures as well, because
Absolutely.
that's a lot of moving pieces.
They knew when I was pregnant, they knew marriages, divorces. I mean, they know everything. And they've been so loyal. We've had pretty much the same crew since season 1. They've been with us forever.
So that's like extended family as well.
They're the best.
So when things go on good or bad, they feel that emotion. They feel that emotion too.
Yeah.
How's your relationship with Caitlyn today? Do you still speak, or are y'all?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it's not like it was. But that's my sister's dad, and you know, she's family, and it is what it is. Like I'm cool. I'm chill now.
How did you, when I talk about public and personal things, when your sister and family first? So, and we know that there is the clapback and the fuck you dudes. When Chloe was going through her thing with Tristan, how do you deal with that as a sister?
As a sister, I go in and I express how I feel, and then and then that's it. You know, like she's an adult and she can handle it, and we're here for her if she needs anything. I think first and foremost, we jump and we go to protect. And then, you know, like me and Tristan will have our private conversation, or, you know, the family, and we all communicate that. And then, you know, I mean, there's obviously times like I couldn't lie and I'm like, oh my God, this is fucked up. But I support whatever they want to do.
Right.
And it's way easier to stay in a situation and try to work it out when the whole world is like hating on you, laughing on you. You don't know what the reaction is. That is a really hard decision. So Chloe is so strong. I respect whatever they want to do. There's a baby involved. So I did make this like kind of personal promise that like if babies are involved, I'm not really going to go in on the parents.
Right.
Because one day they're going to see this and they're going to see online. And if they have a hard enough time as it is growing up in this world. And the last thing they need to do is see, trust me, I've wanted to go in sometimes. And it's just, you know, the babies come first.
And I'm tripping, Kim, that you came in and you didn't bring any makeup knowing what we look like in here.
I told her when she
Like,
walked in, I need her to
Lord
help me
have
out.
mercy, man. And this KKW?
KKW Beauty, yes. It's so much fun to do. That and my fragrance, it's what I love to do.
Do people buy your fragrance without smelling it first?
They do.
You know, my wife did that. I'm like, baby, are you? Yeah, she was like, I want this and I want the bottle and I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, are you serious? You know, yeah. And then when she got it, I'm like, are you gonna spray it on you, or are we just gonna keep it up here on the mantle? You know what I'm saying? But
It's like it's a
Well, I
collection.
do try to make my bottles really unique
yeah, they're collector's items.
so that,
It's funny.
you know,
I
everyone
got
has
one right
a
here. Can
different
you
scent.
see it? No.
So that it can be just like a little pleasing something to look at on your counter if that doesn't happen to be your favorite.
So
scent.
wait, what you have now? Is there a new line that's going on?
I just
Look
dropped
at I was like,
three
yes,
new.
yes.
Yes. I should have brought. I'll send some to you. Yeah.
After you go to the bathroom,
Right.
You know what that means.
We know that we ain't getting
I'll
nothing.
send you some. If
Sure.
during this interview you go to the bathroom, I know we got to wrap up. Now, what were you saying? You were saying that you know about the line?
Yeah, it's the new ones. I actually like how you showed it off with North took the picture of you and you're holding it. And I love that's how you showcase it, because I think it's so organic. How do you come up with like, okay, this season, this is what I'm going to do with it? Because you did the crystals, you did your body, and this one, are they apples or peaches?
There is a cherry and a peach.
Okay.
And then another like a word bubble. But yeah, that I contemplated, do I do this big photo shoot for it? I kind of did this digital campaign where this Second Life artist drew just different scenes of girls holding the perfume. And then I was like, I really wanted to post a photo. And so North was there, North and Penelope. And I'm like, girls, which one of you can take a better photo? Let's practice. Let's have a challenge. Who can do a better photo? So they both took it. And I really liked North's picture, and she was kind of in the mirror, her reflection.
I like that she was in the mirror.
Is that the one where you were on like the in the is it like a restroom or something, or a closet area
I was
where
on
you?
The counter. Yeah.
Does she charge you for taking these pictures
That's
of
what I
you?
was about to say.
Because this isn't the first picture she takes of you.
Yeah, no pictures, no pictures.
Right, no pictures, please.
No. She's really crazy about pictures, though.
What kind of mom are you?
I am a really attentive mom. I don't have my phone really, and except for when I need her to take pictures.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have my phone really when I'm with the kids, and they each have a day of, something that they want to do, just us. So I have my alone time. We have our together time, but I do the morning routine. I do the nighttime routine. I do it all.
Can you take my kids?
Your kids are so nice.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Thank God. Thank God.
They really, really are. I mean, I'll be at school and Jade will just like walk by like, hey, North. And North will run over and give her a hug. And
to keep it real with you too, I tell my kids, I'm like, hey, do you know who they are? All right, get over there. You know what I'm saying?
Be their best friend.
Yeah.
Take a camera
Anytime
with
that you see North, I don't care what you're doing, you always go, hey, North, hey, North. I told them it's because Queen Kim is watching. And we got to stay around this.
How is North as the older sister? Is she getting better with Saint? Does she like Chicago?
So we have a chart. And on her chart, one of the things for which she gets a prize at the end of the week if she completes them all every day. So being nice to Saint is,
Oh my God.
is on the chart.
Oh my goodness.
And she said to me yesterday, she was so nice to Shy, like so nice to her yesterday, to where I was feeding her to put her to bed. And I finally had to be like, you have to leave the room. You're playing with her too much. She's not going to bed. And she was just making her laugh. And it was so cute. And then she said, you know what, Mom? I've been so nice to Saint lately.
Oh, like, have you
And I
noticed?
said, Mom,
you
said,
noticed?
you
Mom,
have.
look at my work.
Yeah.
And then when you were like, well, you should be nice. And she walked out like,
She's been so much better.
Let me ask you this, Kim. You go out to dinner, the entire family. Who pays the bill? Everybody got money. Like, I go out with my family, it comes around to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It comes around to me. I know when I go out with my family that
It depends on the
it's on me.
circumstances.
Really?
Whoever's birthday it is, that person, if it's like, it usually my mom actually, she likes to be the mom and she likes to take care of it, and she gets a nice percentage from all of us. So she can afford it.
Yeah,
for sure.
hell yeah. You're like,
I got
Yeah.
this.
Just
girl.
hand it over to her. You know,
But
like,
it depends. Like if I invite everyone, I like to pay. So it just depends on who does the inviting, who.
so you don't have no one that say, hey, we should do this, and then you end up paying anyway?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works. Have you ever met another family named Kardashian?
No one besides
Okay.
our cousins.
Okay, because it's got to be messed up for like
Oh yeah.
Samantha Kardashian. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like calling them, make a plane reservation. Like, hey, how you doing? How you
Yeah.
doing? Like,
Or it could be really like I have a cousin whose name is Kourtney Kardashian, spelled with a K.
Oh, dang.
But her last, it's Kourtni. And when she was born a few months after my sister Kourtney, and so, my uncle and my dad were talking and was like, wait a minute, what do we, like, they're the same age, they're the same
Wow.
name, but she got married and has a different last name.
I
now.
would not have taken that different last name.
Switch it
I would have
back.
kept it.
But I have three cousins. They came with us to Armenia. They're Kara, Kourtney, and Krista. 3 Ks, like me, Kourtney, and Chloe.
Man, get Seacrest on. Let's do a show. You know what I'm saying?
Spin-off.
And you said you were doing, you had a shoot for another show. Is there something else that Kim Kardashian is working on?
Yes, I'm working on a prank show on Facebook Live, and
love
it is
it.
so funny. Like me, Kourtney, and Kendall pranked my mom. It's the first episode. It comes out next month. We were crying. It was so hard to do it because we were laughing so
But
hard.
Chloe
crying.
seemed like she got that
Chloe
in her.
wasn't
Like she's
there. Yeah,
No.
it was Kendall, Kourtney, and I.
Oh.
You guys are
Yeah.
good at
Yeah,
pranking.
she was in Cleveland.
Okay,
when we shot
Cleveland.
it.
Didn't you guys
Yeah.
once pretend to feed the family placenta? Like,
Did
and-
we?
Yeah, like on one of the shows. I remember
Yeah, probably
this.
Kourtney's.
I remember this because I was like, oh my God, that's so disgusting. Are they really going to do that? But
Yeah.
you guys had me believing that
Hey,
it
dude,
was
that
really
Facebook
happening.
Live. That's
Yeah.
a place where people are going now.
Yeah.
Like for great content.
Yeah. It's such a funny show. T.I. did an episode. French Montana did an episode where their kids are pranking them.
That is dope.
So it's really
So are y'all
really funny.
on every episode, or is it more
No.
set? Okay.
I was just on the first episode pranking
But it's
my
your
mom.
show?
Yes.
You damn right.
Yes.
She like big. I'm like,
Yeah.
Is it someone else's show? Like for real? Like for real? Are you really asking me that? So okay, how many slashes is Kim Kardashian? There's the slash of the beauty line, the KKW Beauty. There's got to be a production. Like how many hats does Kim Kardashian? Because I love when people say, "What does she do?"
When people ask that question, I'm like,
dumb.
dude,
Yeah,
that's that's like the one thing when I go to dude with Kanye, he's like, don't fucking call me dude, dude.
I know what's coming. I know what's coming.
That's like.
But
a
how do you
one.
wear that many hats and do everything? It appears to do well.
Well, I think you need to like mentally, seriously take time for yourself. Like that, no matter what you do, when you have kids, when you have a lot of, work to do, you just have to, like life has to be fun. And then you can really focus on everything. So my life is really fun. I take time for myself. I go on vacation. I, love my friends, love my family. It's like life is good so I can focus. But what I really want to do next is I've been like funding these attorneys to help get clemency for different people and like a lot of new people that I'm working on. And I'm hoping to do a show where like each episode I can have it be about each person that we get out and like their story. And
those are such uphill battles because sometimes people are just lost. And I don't think people understand how many people are either in prison that's innocent, how many people are in there on technicalities, how many people got extended sentences that's unbelievable.
There is a guy that has life for marijuana and like he had in a previous like less than half a gram of coke on him and marijuana, and he got life. And he's been in for almost 10 years.
Good Lord.
I just spoke to him a few days ago from prison, and his name's Chris Young, and I'm really, really pushing for him. And there's dozens of people like this that, are young and make mistakes.
With so much going on, why do you take that extra burden?
I think because honestly, you get to a place in life where money really isn't everything. And for me, I said this and it came off really bratty, but it's like really the truth. Like if I can pay, I said a comment like, well, if I go shopping and I spend X amount of money and that money can go literally pay someone's attorney's fees for like a year or two of them working on a case, and that person can't afford attorneys, because if they had a better attorney, they would not be in this situation. I mean, obviously, if they didn't do the minor thing that they did, but I mean, there's a case of a woman that had like 9 prescription pills on her, and she has life, like crazy things.
And when you get sentenced, you almost just get thrown away.
Like nobody cares. It goes away. And so if I could take my fee that I get on the show to produce the show, be on the show, whatever, and just put that money in a foundation that funds these attorneys to get these people out, that just makes me happy. Like what makes you happy at certain phases in your life is so different what makes you happy at different phases in your life.
It's like looking in the mirror. When I see both of y'all together.
Twins.
But no, you dressed up one year as Kylie.
Yes.
And I thought you nailed it. Was your hair darker back then?
No, I did when she was rocking her blue wigs. When she
wig.
was doing the blue wigs. Everybody in here did Beyonce, and I was like, I can't pull off Beyonce.
Right,
I was
right.
like, let me try Kylie.
She
and
really thought she could pull off Kylie, but we didn't tell her nothing.
No, I really did.
I could see it.
No, I really did.
Oh my God, what did you say, Kim?
I said I could see it.
That is.
Stop.
No, you gotta love it. Oh my God. Not only is she doing clemency, not only keeping up with the Kardashians, not only the KKW beauty, but she's also a comedian, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead now.
Like it worked. People were crying when I went out to like West Hollywood, and guys would come up. They're like, "Bitch, you don't know. I love you so much." I'm like, I'm not really Kylie. Like my friend, I'm serious, Vic. My friend was so annoyed because I kept on getting stopped for pictures.
Oh my
Stop.
God. I have
I'm
to see.
serious.
You don't see it here? I mean, like, what are you talking about? Okay, please, as you were saying before you start lying.
When Kanye dropped his album and you hear a song like Wouldn't Leave, was that the first time that you had heard the song, or did you, like, when we were listening to the album, or did he already let you listen to it before?
He sent it to me. I was in Wyoming, so I heard so many different versions of it, but none of those lyrics. It was completely a different song, like different lyrics. And he sent it to me, and I cried when I heard that. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Because we were like deciding what to keep on the album, so I was like, oh, you should keep that.
Oh, yeah. That's one right there.
I really, really like that part.
Don't take this one away, dude. Yeah.
Dude.
Was there a time where that discussion did happen? You know, because obviously, like, we see a lot of things on the blogs, like, oh, Kim is wanting to leave Kanye, this and that. Was there ever a time where you were considering leaving?
Absolutely not. No, I would never leave someone.
And it was more so him saying you
that.
can't. If this is it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, he's
I
like,
can
go.
understand.
Right.
No,
I
I
can
mean,
understand.
that happened. You know, we were getting into it, and he was like, just, if this is how you feel and you're so against, why don't leave? And I was like, dude,
You're
shut
like,
up.
yeah. And then you're like, Kanye, really, this is my motherfucking house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop it.
Like,
stop
come
it.
on.
Kim, do you still drive? Do you have a valid ID in your purse?
Ooh.
So you know what? I hadn't driven. It sounds so bratty and crazy. I literally probably hadn't driven in like a few years.
Really?
And I just started driving
Do
again. I love it.
okay.
Really?
When you got
I
back
didn't drive
behind
today.
the wheel. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Were you nervous getting back behind the wheel?
No, I just wanted to like vibe out with my music. So I'll drive, you know, to my sister's house, or like the other day I wanted to go to lunch in Beverly Hills, and I told security like, just meet me there.
And you drove yourself?
Yeah, and it was liberating.
I do want to ask you.
So bratty though, I guess.
No. Hell, if I could do it, I would.
But
do
I
it.
will say, I took my best friend and another friend to Palm Springs a few weeks ago just to have a girls trip, like no kids, no nothing. We brought food. I cooked. I was, you know, we drove. It was like, you know, a 3.5 hour car ride there, and, you know, both ways. So like, you know, 7 hours in the car, cooked. And I came home and Kanye was like, so how was it? Like, what, you know? And I was like, you know what? I got to get to work, because what I love, I hate cooking and I hate driving. So,
Really?
no, I liked it, and I like it every once in a while,
Right,
but I was
but-
like, I need to ensure that I have my chef forever and that I have my driver
Yeah, those
forever.
things.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta work. Let me ask
Gotta
you
work.
this. Kylie
Kylie.
is going to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
$1 billion baby?
$1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Right? Yeah.
She has built an empire
Yeah.
that is
Off of something that she was insecure about, like her lips. And she was like, let me turn this around and let me work. You know, I've never met someone from such a young age that always knew what she wanted. Like super, like stubborn. She won't budge. It's her way, and it's worked for her.
Super
Dude, I was
independent.
at a mall one day, and they did like a pop-up shop.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I just happened to be in the mall.
Yeah.
And when I walked into the mall, I was like, TMZ must have followed me and told people I was going to be in the mall. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's literally probably 1,000 people. And I don't think I'm exaggerating, in the mall and hanging out. And they were like, oh, you know, Kylie's makeup line. And I'm like, are you serious? And then my wife calls me and she's like, baby, they doing this Kylie makeup line. You got to get in there. I'm like, dude, I don't know who you think I am.
Yeah.
But I cannot penetrate this line to
You
get
can always
over there.
text and we'll get you in.
No, I wasn't going to even do that one. You know what I'm saying? But $1 billion.
So
Yeah.
Does she owe you any money from when she was growing up? Is there anything that you could say, you owe me this?
No, but I sent everyone the Forbes cover, like on our group chat, with like fire emojis, like, you did it, Kai, you know? And so everyone was like shooting their shot at like what Christmas is going to be like this
Yeah,
year. Like,
man.
are you going to pay off our house? I'm like, no, we're all good with just some Bentleys or some
Yeah,
Rolls.
yeah.
Like all of
Easy
us,
call.
just,
Yes,
you know,
Kylie.
are good.
Yes, we are, Kylie. Kylie. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take even the low tier one. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the low tier. At any point when she hits $1 billion, are you jealous?
Absolutely not.
I would. Okay,
I'll
yeah,
be
neither would
right
I be. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't
I'll
be
be
jealous.
right there behind her.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm
$1 billion.
I get so like focused, and you know, there's like not a like I have goals. Like I'm right there behind her.
That
So,
is crazy.
I'm
I'm
not
coming
worried.
for you.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried.
yeah, oh,
It's
no.
more like Kanye and I have like I love having competitive financial goals with the person that I'm with. That's like my thing. Not to be like just to motivate each other.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so you just got like a $1.5 billion valuation at your company and you're about you getting this offer and this offer to buy it and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'm motivated, babe. Like you got this. Okay, let me do this. Give me like, I'll set a goal for myself. Like, you know, by the time I'm 40, which is like 3 years away, I'm like, I will have $1 billion company. Like we will. And so we got to like
man.
motivate each other. So I take it, there's no competition in my family.
Dude, my Big Boy Radio Network, and Jason is my witness, it just got evaluated at $1,700.
What?
$1,700, man. And that's up. We moving up. We moving up.
That's a lot of
How did
stations.
Kylie tell you that she was pregnant?
She called me. By the way, first of all, I knew Kylie always wanted to be a young mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was her thing. You could find interviews of her at 15 being like, I want to be a mom. And we'd always be like, okay, not now. You know,
Right.
like chill out a little bit, wait till it's right. But she called me. I remember I was in New York and I was at our apartment and she texts me, hey, can you talk?
Uh-oh.
Something.
Does that scare you when you get that kind of
I knew
text?
it was something. So I go, shut the fuck up.
Right.
I go, are you serious?
So
and she was like,
You're
what do you think? And I just sent like a baby emoji, question mark. And she called me and she was like, yeah, you know. And she was like, but don't tell the other sisters. I'm going to tell everyone, you know, I want to call everyone myself. And I think, yeah, at that point, we were already having a baby and we just found out. So it was like, we're doing this together. It was crazy. So then when Chloe, came in and said she was pregnant, I mean, that was like so crazy.
Do you like Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to your sisters, you're like, okay, everybody got to, they can have what they have, but everybody got to kind of give a head nod to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we all live in the same gated community. We all live, there's two and we live like half and half. And so like Kylie and I live like a street away from each other. We always see each other. Our daughters are best friends. They're together right now. I mean, they're literally growing up as sisters. We call them the triplets. So they're always together. And so we always know when, I'm happy for her. Like Kanye's known Travis forever.
Yes.
They've been close for forever. So yeah, I'm so happy.
I'm happy for her as well, but probably for different reasons. I'm happy on a like, how can I get involved to come up? You know what I'm saying? Like the $1 billion thing. I'm like more tacky. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I get next to Kylie? What's going down? What are you guys doing that we're doing wrong?
Yeah, give us the formula.
I mean, you're not doing anything wrong.
Not what my dad said. But
Doesn't
go
feel
ahead.
like it.
I think like you just have to be authentic, and you just have to do what like Kylie found something that she really loved.
That was
and
low hanging fruit. Like,
it
right
hit,
there.
We all just you just gotta like stay focused, but it's not always about money. It's
what
just
were you
not.
saying?
Say what?
Yeah, she said stay focused. Like, oh.
That sounded good, sir.
Thank you for coming into the
Thank you.
neighborhood,
Of
hanging out
course.
with us. She's like, I've been here so long, that's why I'm not coming back. Season
No, it was
15.
so fun.
Thank you, my love. Thank you for just hanging out with us. But
Yeah.
season 15 of
Sure.
Keeping
So
Up with the
many.
Kardashians is definitely going down. Alrighty, there's the Kim
KKW.
Kardashian-West, the KKW Beauty, of course. And is that available now?
Yes.
Alrighty,
Selling out
All
quick.
available.
Good Lord.
The latest collection is pretty much sold out.
How does it feel like when you sell out immediately? Because you do that quite often
Yeah.
with a lot of your different products.
Yeah, well, I've been starting to order more product, and it takes a little bit longer to sell out. But so you just kind of have to gauge it. But usually products sell out within sometimes with the launch day, sometimes the next day, sometimes over the weekend. It's the craziest feeling because I can go online and just watch it as it's happening. And so launch day, I try to be available for the first few hours to watch it and be super engaged with what's going on.
I was so excited when I was able to get the lip kit with
Oh,
you
yeah,
and
that was
Kylie.
it, the lip
Oh
kit.
my God, I was so excited.
That was it.
I was so excited because that was so hard to get through.
Well,
But
Kylie and I have something coming out again soon.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully next month.
okay,
Yeah,
What is it?
you'll have to wait and see.
she's doing
A new
Kylie's on her
product.
birthday.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's after her birthday collection. She's gonna be 21. It's so crazy that my baby sister is 21.
Jesus Christ. She need to throw a big party that we all can go to
Yes.
on her dime.
Yes.
She need to fly
Definitely.
everybody out the country.
She does.
Yeah.
She has the money.
No, but thank you, Kim, for coming
Thank
into this.
you.
And please,
Of
if you
course.
want those heads, you can have those. You know what I'm
Really
saying?
cute.
Take them home with
Aw,
you.
My kids
For North.
love that.
Kim
gonna walk around.
Kardashian and send out an Instagram with that's BIGBOY. Just say, hey, I was with Big Boy today.
Yes.
Follow him. You know what I'm saying? Give me up to 1 million. I'm only like 700,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
little
But
bit.
Kim Kardashian-West in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
boy.